What's up, you guys? The Dorcas Knight here doing another action figure review, and this time on the DC Comics Multiverse Signature Collection Batman Forever Batman action figure. Taking a look at the packaging over here, Mattel really has gone on with the new style. Comparing over here to the older packaging, you can see that they went on with the new color scheme and a new shape altogether. So they really have stepped it up with these new lines of figures that they're coming out with. But anyway, taking a look at the box over here, we can see that just has a nice window box of the figure inside. Of course, not in there because I've taken him out. You can see in the back there it has just a blue, nice baby blue wallpaper in the back there. On the front it says DC, the Multiverse, all highlighted in gold because this is the signature collection, so that's pretty neat. Has the Val Kilmer Batman over here, and at the top has this nice texture, nice shiny texture going along, and it says Batman up here, trademark. At this side over here just says Batman Forever, and then on the top, not much going on, just continuing with the window. Then like at the very top over here it says Signature Collection right over here, so that looks quite nice. Side over here we got the same picture of Batman with the DC Multiverse, and this is kind of like pushed in a way, so like in a triangle, which I kind of like. As you can see, the DC logo's a little popping out just a bit, so that's pretty nice there. This DC Multiverse at the bottom once again. And then here we have the figure at the back, the product image, and as you can see, the other figure in this line is the Flash, the older TV show Flash. I forget the actor's name, but I don't plan on picking that up because I wasn't that big of a fan of that Flash TV show. I know it, but I don't really watch it. So anyway, it has a bunch of useless details at the bottom of there. Same with the very bottom. At the top it has the Val Kilmer Batman once again, right in there. And then it has the gold highlights saying, I don't even know what that says. If you guys can translate that for me, go ahead and do that in the comments below. Anyway, it says Batman up here, and then it says Batman Forever. And the other side has the exact same photo of Batman with the DC Multiverse. So yeah, exact same thing. And that's about it with the packaging. So let's take a look at the figure now. So here we have it, the DC Multiverse figure that we've all been waiting for. I don't know, man. You can go ahead and tell me once you finish watching this review. Apparently this figure is supposed to be a step up from the rest of the action figures that Mattel has come out with, because there's been weak articulation. I'm sure that you've seen through all my videos of me talking about how weak the articulation is. And personally, I think this is actually a pretty big step up. In Canada over here, it only was another $2. I thought it was going to be another $10 because I was hearing reports of, well, the original price here in Canada for just the DC Multiverse figure is $30. But I was hearing that for this figure it's going to be $40. And for an extra $2, this is not bad at all. This actually has some pretty nice articulation along with sculpting and whatever. But yeah, this is actually a pretty nice figure to get just for $2 more. One problem I do want to note is that if you could see right there, before I forget, because I know that I will, you see these holes in here? This is where the cape is supposed to go. If you look at the product image over here, his cape goes into the cowl over here, whereas it does not in here. I don't know if you guys can see that, but yeah, you see the cape comes in through here, but it doesn't go up here. It's supposed to go up here like it does on this product image over here. So it's one thing I wanted to note. It's not that big of a deal to me. It's a great figure overall. Like, honestly, I wasn't really planning to pick this guy up, but as soon as I saw him in stores, I was like, oh, that's a good looking Batman there. Not the best one ever though. One thing I do want to note is the head sculpt. The head sculpt is probably the weakest part about this figure for sure. Just the face detailing is not on point. I don't really see Val Kilmer under there. I guess that they need a little bit of a darker tone in the skin there. But they do got the blue eyes. The blue eyes looks pretty nice. But the cowl just looks a little bit cartoony to me. I don't know. You guys tell me what you think in the comments below. But just in person, it doesn't really fit along with it. And also, you can see it doesn't really have the sharp pointing ears. Like, I understand you don't want to have sharp pointing ears on a kid's toy, but come on, man. That's not really Batman ears to me. If you even take a look at the Justice League Batman figure, he has sharp ears. This guy, I don't know what those are, man. Those are little kid doll type crap. Like, come on, Mattel. Come on. Okay, but anyway, taking a look at the chest. This is the thing that made me buy the figure. This chest over here just looks absolutely spectacular. They got that Batman symbol color spot on. I'm so happy about that. As you can see, they got rid of the bat nipples too. So they were listening to their fans. Like, you can just see it slightly, but it's pretty much not there. So that's another plus with it. He does have the ab section over here, which doesn't look too bad either. And he has the bat symbol with the canisters and such. And looking at the back over here, doesn't continue on, but he has a buttload of copyright information. And he does have a peg over here, and I will explain why it's there afterward. But anyway, here are the muscles. Muscles don't look too bad whatsoever. I think they actually came out pretty nice in terms of sculpting and such. There's the hands over there. And let's see if I can brighten stuff up, because it's black, so you won't really be able to see it. Anyway, you can see it does look like leather to me. But once again, the sharp points, like, they have literally got rid of the sharp points, man. Like, this looks like a kid's toy for sure. Like, I know that I was saying earlier that this is probably one of the best multiverse figures out there yet, but honestly, like, man, at least make them look a little bit sharp instead of a kid's toy. Like, make it look less like a kid's toy. But anyway, one problem that I also want to talk about here was that I feel like that these thighs look a little bit too big compared to the rest of the body. But honestly, you can't really notice it that much. But anyway, taking a look at the rest of the muscle definition and such, looks pretty nice. Pretty happy about that. This is kind of hard to see because the suit is mainly black all around. Here's the boots, right in there, with all the leathering and such. And yeah, can't complain, man. There's the bottom of the feet over here. No detailing, no treads or whatsoever, but there is 2 peg holes at the bottom, and that's it. So this figure comes with a bunch of accessories, which I'm pretty happy about. As you can see, he does come with a display base, so that does explain why there's the pegs in there, and I'll show that in just a second. So as you can see, it says Batman right here, Batman TM. I don't know, I just noticed this as I was taking it out of the packaging. You can kind of see that it's like had black marker all over it. So if I'm reading that correctly, you guys won't be able to see it for sure, because like it's like pretty difficult to see with the human eye alone. But anyway, it says like the Flash underneath this Batman thing, and then so I'm guessing that they made a bunch of Flash bases and then just put the black paint over top and then put in Batman. I don't know, man. Like, I can't really tell, but like, come on. Like, you couldn't have just made something for Batman alone. Like, I don't know, man. Anyway, it has this gold bottom over here, which looks very nice. It's pretty cool, if I'm going to be honest. This base does go well with all kinds of other Batman action figures, so it doesn't need to be for just your Val Kilmer Batman. One thing I do want to say as well, too, is that it has this slot over here where this wallpaper is supposed to go in the back. I did not take it out because if I do, then I'm probably going to ruin the packaging, and I kind of want to keep it mint and card. But as you can see, it you kind of see in the back there, that's pretty much what goes in there. Just the Batman and the Batman Forever at the top. And from what I saw at the back, it just says DC Multiverse in the gold. So you're not really missing much. But it does come with several of these pegs. So basically, you put it in one of these holes. There's one for each hole. I just have one right now because they're pretty easy to lose. So you got to be careful. You can just peg it in right there. Oh, and as you can see, it says the DC logo there, which is pretty cool. And then you could take the peg at the bottom of his foot. You guys can see it right there. And then you peg it, and like so. And it holds him pretty well. You can put another peg in there, and it holds him perfectly fine. I'm not going to demonstrate that though, because as I said, these things are pretty easy to lose, so you got to be careful. Another thing too is that it comes with this little port in here to block this hole. And this hole goes in with the figure stand, but I'll demonstrate how this works for now. It's all so black, you guys can't see this. Anyway, you just put it in just like that, and then it's easy to take out, just like so. Then there's the figure stand, which is this thing. So you just peg that in that same hole. There she goes. Basically at the top here, it has this little peg that goes inside the hole on Batman's back over here, if you guys can see that. Yeah, where is it? Oh, here we go. So yep, it's right there. And basically you just peg that in like so, and there you go. You have a flying Batman. I don't know why you would want that, but you have a flying Batman. Superman, get out of Batman's costume, please. But anyway, taking a look at the other accessories inside this figure over here, you get this grapple gun, and basically he comes with some open hands, which I already put on the figure over here. So as you can see, yeah, and all you do is you just slot that in there, like so, and yeah, that's about it. So yeah. It doesn't fit perfect, but it also doesn't look too bad anyway. You can take them off, and then you have the extra hand over here, if you guys can see that. You get the fisting hand, and there's one for each side. So in total you get four hands altogether, and then 2 pairs. Then you get the grapple gun, and then you get the base with the wallpaper at the back, and then the flight stand, and that's about it. So, not bad accessories for this action figure, especially because of how much it cost. So, not bad. So, the moment of truth, ladies and gentlemen. Does this Articulation make the cut as the best DC Multiverse figure to date? Well, we're going to find out right now. This Articulation, if it is greater than all the other Articulation, then all the other articulated multiverse figures, then this is going to be the best figure ever. This is what they should probably go with for the rest of their multiverse figures, instead of just DC whatever it's called. What is it called again? Hold on. Signature collection. It's bullshit. You should just have it for every single figure, man. It's not hard. Like, honestly, you guys just proved it right now. It's not hard. But anyway, getting onto the Articulation, because I'm ranting too much now. The head can go up about that much. It's not a lot. I'm not getting any feedback. Here we have him looking down, side to side. No head pivot. How do you miss the head pivot? How do you miss? And we're looking at the arms over here. Go out just a bit. Go forward, back, bicep swivel. Not bad, yeah, the bicep swivel. Double jointed elbows. Ladies and gentlemen, Mattel added the double jointed elbows. They're not as stupid as we think. Though this should mark a place in history. They finally added double jointed elbows. Hallelujah, thank the Lord. Oh my Jesus. Okay, anyway, continuing on. We got a little bit of a swivel in the gauntlet area over there. And then we have a swivel at the hand, and look at that. Up and down. Finally have better articulation so far. We're going to find out how much, though, right now. So, we got abs, barely move in. Come on, Mattel. Move back pretty far. That's actually pretty good. He has a waist swivel, kick forward, kick back. You can go out. Oh, you can do the splits. Look at that Batman doing the splits. Okay, and then looking at the thigh swivel. He has his thigh swivel in there. Not too bad. He has double jointed knees. finally adding it to all the other figures. We first saw the double jointed knees in the Flash figure, and they're adding it to other figures now. That makes me happy. Okay, now looking at the foot articulation. It can move down, up. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Ladies and gentlemen, Mattel still doesn't know shit. There is no ankle pivot. This is a sad, sad day. And then there's foot articulation. So not bad overall, but they missed the ankle pivot. God damn it! Here's a comparison of Val Kilmer Batman next to Ben Affleck and Christian Bale. And I want to know in the comments down below, who is your favorite Batman? So ladies and gentlemen, final thoughts on this figure. I would give it 7 out of 10. Because you know what? This figure is amazing. It's amazing for what DC Multiverse has done thus far. This is probably the best one yet. So is probably the Flash figure, but I don't really have that, so can't really tell you about that. But overall, this figure is actually pretty good for what Multiverse has held out. Unlike the cape problem and the proportion problem and the head sculpt problem, it's not a bad figure. It's not a bad figure. But you know what I say to Mattel? I want more. I want more of these figures. I want Michael Keaton. I want Jack Nicholson Joker. I want Adam West. I want Christopher Reeve. All those guys. I want you to keep on going because this is phenomenal, and I want you to, like, I would probably be a lot more happier with this figure if I was that big of a fan of the Val Kilmer Batman, but sadly, not so much. Right now, it's between Ben Affleck and Christian Bale, and I'm sure, according to a bunch of other people, that's probably what it is as well. But anyway, I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Leave a like and comment down below. Tell me what you think of this guy. If he's really is worth it. If you're a fan of the Val Kilmer Batman, tell me that too. If you think that he's the best one out there, because I want to hear your opinion. But anyway, guys, I hope you guys have enjoyed. I'll take drive-thru.